From reading, we realize that the Bible is actually a deception packaged.
Hey.
Of course, it is a deception. And the practice of Christianity and how the Christian religion is being programmed, how we are being coded, is not to think. All right. Now, for example, we are being programmed to be limited. When you take the example of the Chinese, if you put an African child here, maybe let's say a Ghanaian and a Chinese kid here, when they are doing something, whatever they are doing, they face difficulties, then you see the Chinese kid begin to do calculation, how to solve the situation. The African child will fall on the knee and start praying to God.
You are watching the biggest, the largest, the highest, the greatest, the tallest, and the mightiest African spiritual platform. I'm always Queen Hadasha. Call me Empress Makida. I am Labraska, the sun goddess. Call me the spear of destiny. It's another episode. Is going to be great. We are going to talk about the effect of religion and politics in Africa. The effect edema Africa, whether it is killing us, whether it is showing us the way, whether it is depreciating us, whatever is happening, we are here for another lessons, another guest, another show. And I welcome you to your biggest and your greatest. I welcome you with lots or loads, bunch of love. Wherever you are, let's welcome our guest for today. Papa, please, we welcome you to Revelations.
Thank you so much.
Great. Today is your first time on this biggest platform, so please kindly greet the public, introduce yourself to us. If there are any loved ones you want to send love to, it's equally allowed.
Respect. Thank you so much, everybody watching us. The name is Official Survivor, and it's an opportunity to be here. Maame Grace, you are doing a great job. We love you so much for what you are doing for Africa. And everybody watching out there, the name is Official Survivor. You can check it out on YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And greetings to Raf, the fellow Ghanaian, and fantastic. These are my loved ones that I would love to greet on this big platform. And it's an opportunity and a pleasure for me to be here.
We welcome you and we appreciate you. Abusia, your guest for today. So what exactly are you?
In what contents? What am I?
Yes.
A human being.
I know you are a human being. So, okay, the knowledge you are coming to share with us, what is your source?
Yes, so it's just about logic. When you sit down and look at things critically, you realize that we have been programmed not to think. So
Who and who? Who when you say we have been programmed not to think, who are you talking about?
Let me put it this way. The majority in Africa, in the religious sector or the religious ground, we have been programmed not to think. The day you begin to think, then you begin to understand and begin to ask questions. And we can even see this happen in the Bible. According to the Bible, God created the people in the garden not to think. He created them to be stupid, because they are not supposed to think. They don't know what is good. They don't know what is bad. So if God come and there was misbehaving towards them, they don't know if that is good or bad. But the day they discover that this is good, this is bad, they were chased out. So that is the programming, how we were programmed not to think. The day you begin to think, society come against you.
So what are you?
Are you asking what I believe in?
Whatever,
or what am I?
Whatever you want to put it.
I'm just a human being.
I asked the source of your knowledge you are coming to share with us.
The source is just, it depends on what context.
I'm asking your source. Is it reading, research? Is it downloads? What is it? What's your source?
No, you see, I was a Christian. Okay, I came from the Christian background, and my source is actually from the Bible as well. If you should put it in that context, reading the Bible myself, because we have been taught by pastors, preachers, prophets, But the day we decided, some of us, we decided to read critically and understand things for ourselves so that when we get to wherever it is, we can defend it. There we begin to find out that, no, there are many questions which are unanswered. There are many wrong things that need to be clarified. And from reading, we realize that the Bible is actually a deception packaged.
Hey.
Of course, it is a deception. And the practice of Christianity and how the Christian religion is being programmed, how we are being coded, is not to think. All right. Now, for example, we are being programmed to be limited. When you take the example of the Chinese, if you put an African child here, maybe let's say a Ghanaian and a Chinese kid here, when they are doing something, whatever they are doing, they face difficulties, then you see the Chinese kid begin to do calculation, how to solve the situation. The African child will fall on the knee and start praying to God. The Chinese have been able to master the act of planning into the future. But we in Africa, we have been programmed to believe that, oh, Jesus is coming soon. There is a white man that is coming in Jalabia to come and save us one day. Of course, there's a white man that we are always waiting for. And this thing is a crime against Africa because it is a series of lies with an ending episode that we pass down to generation. The person that wrote it in the Bible that Jesus is coming soon, the person said that those of us who will be alive, Paul, he died. The people that pick it from there and begin to preach it, all of them die. And it is passed from generation to generation. Now look at China. The Chinese are not waiting for any white man in Jalabia with blue eye to come and pick them. No. They have a plan charted into 2060. They believe they are going to be here, and their motive is to dominate the world. But what happened to Africa? We in Africa, we are limited, so we don't think generationally. We limit ourselves because we believe, one, the world is about to end. Number two, Jesus is coming to pick us. One of the things you have to understand is that we are limited. And Christianity is not here to produce people with knowledge, people who can think. No. I can prove that to you. All right? You see, it is Africa crucified between two thieves, the political thieves and the religious thief. Okay? So when you look at Africa, we are being clipped between these two. Now, what is happening? When you check the politician create the problem. And the religious body, their job is to direct the attention of the youth to blame the devil. So we have so many youths in church right now, and they are praying heavily for God to give them job, to better their life. The day they will understand that it is the government that is supposed to build factories, build enterprises, build companies for the youth to get job, they will rise against the government. It is a fact. So the religious body is there to control the masses from rising against the government. So it is a shared value. Both of them are eating the nation. Now, in the religious aspect, the pastors are taking your money. In the political arena, you call it tax. Here, they call it tithe.
They all have tea in front.
I'm telling you.
Trouble.
Exactly. And at the same time, when you come to the religious aspect of it, there's a book that is governing you. You come to the political arena, there's a book that is governing you. Both of them, same thing in different version. Now, when you look at things from the religious ground, the pastors, the priests, few of them preach the message of truth that they always say to the politicians. These people work hand in hand with the politicians. But you never see them telling the politicians, create job, build factories. Let me use Ghana as a case study. We were in this country where we have millions of youth jobless in this country, which in any serious country with any serious government, what needs to be done is for factories to be built across the nation to employ thousands and millions of youths. But what happened? The government look at it, they want to solve the problem, and then they sat down with their PhD and decided to build a church to house the unemployed youth to go to God and ask for financial stability. And pastors are backing them. Why is it that none of the pastors is saying that no, this money actually can actually build
which money is that?
50 whatever million
for
US
what?
dollars for National Cathedral.
That thing. Oh, exactly. I forget. Sorry.
Exactly.
Okay.
So let's look at it. Let me use Burkina Faso to balance the equation. In Burkina Faso, 12 million US dollars was used to build mega tomato processing factory. And that tomato processing factory is supposed to meet the demand, national demand. And it's supposed, after meeting national demand, the excess is to compete globally. 12 million US dollars. In Ghana, we use 50 something million US dollars to build a cathedral, which is invisible, of course. So we prioritize the invisible God more than the life of the citizen. In Burkina Faso, the youths are employed, thousands of youths with direct job. But what do we have? So you can see that we are thinking backwards. We never think forward. That is Africa. Religion, and you see, when you mention this amount being used to build a church, there are many youth in church who are jobless, and they are actually backing the government. And these are the same youth that are going to end up in church on their knees, praying for God to give them job. If you can convert that and channel that energy to ask the government to create job, build factory with that money, it will benefit you. You will not be on your knee to pray to God. You see, the joblessness in Africa can be solved quickly if we can convert all the churches to become factories. Exactly.
You don't have the fear of the Lord, eh?
Because church is a business.
Don't come and say things here. Somebody said me, when the Swahili guy came, and I was even promo. These Muslims are rather charging the channel on me. Me, I don't have your time though, and I'm not scared of you, truthfully. Channeling the energy, the people that come here, and you have all sort of people that me, I'm a mother. This is ground, as I say, everybody and everything can grow on it. That's why I am the woman of peace, putting the world together without division. I didn't ordain them. Did I teach you what you are saying?
No. And we love you for that, for your stand. You see, the truth is, they can argue for whatever, but the truth is that church is a business, God is the product, congregation is the customer, the market is your ignorance.
The market is your ignorance?
Exactly. Your ignorance or our ignorance is a multi-billion industry for the pastor. That is the truth. So the day is when you go to church, and after everything, pastor receiving their tithe and collection and whatever it is that happened, and the pastor at the end of the church, and the pastor say, you are blessed, everybody is blessed. Who is actually blessed? Is the pastor, because he cashed out that Sunday. No church member cashed out that Sunday. The pastor cashed out. We are in church in Africa, trying our best to build wealth in heaven. But as a matter of fact, we are building wealth on earth here. Do you know how much the Catholic Church made in Africa? In 2019, report came out that about 60-something billion US dollars was made out of Africa.
Oh, don't just talk about Chinese and how the printing of the Bible, the monies they make, millions of dollars.
And this
and they
money,
don't read.
Exactly. 2019, the Catholic Church, you know, their headquarters.
Doesn't mean I support you. Me, I have my own problem.
Of course, the Catholic Church, as an example, is making billions of US dollars yearly from Africa. Why? The Africans are building the economy of Rome, thinking they are building it in heaven. England, through the church of the Anglican Church, all right, they are building their wealth. They are building the economy of England. Check, you can do your research, how much the Anglican Church is making from Africa annually. You understand? So it is a problem that needs to be solved. And religion came as opposition to Africa. It has made us to lose, or we have lost our identity as Africans. When you take the Bible, for example, everything in there is in opposition to Africans. It is a colonial system. At first, what happened? We were chained. But right now, what is happening is that the chain, the physical chain is being removed. And your mind, you are now mentally chained. That one. You know, Mami Grace, if you are here right now and you are in chain, looking at the chain yourself, and someone is getting closer to you, or I'm getting closer to you to remove the chain, you won't struggle with me because you are aware that you are in chain and you need to be free. But when your mind is chained, when I'm coming after you, that my brother, my sister, you are in chain, you are going to see me as someone who is rather in chain. That is why the Christian community will tell you that, oh, this boy is lost. Because they can't see the chain. It is mental issue. It is a problem right here. So it is a transfer of a system, colonial system, to clip Africa from moving forward. So, and I said something from the beginning that the Christianity, the people, they are in deception, okay? And they deceive themselves.
Hey.
Yes, I'll prove that. That one, I'll just prove that quickly. 31st December is coming. 31st is coming. All the Christians are going to be in church. Go, you can take your camera and go and check what they'll be doing there. The main aim, that 31st, is to prevent the devil from crossing into 1st January 2025. The main goal of the church is to make sure you are going to see them sweating. The end goal is to make sure that they prevent the devil with all his brouhaha from entering 2025. But I give you the first week of 2025, we are going to have fasting. Prayer is going to go on. Against who? The devil. The guy always follow them. They have never been able to defeat the guy. So this is deception. You are deceiving yourself.
Is the devil a guy? It's a lady.
I don't know. You see, we bind him.
I'm telling you, it's a lady. It's me.
It's not you.
I am me.
You know, when I have never heard a Christian praying and saying that we bind her. It has always been him. Okay? They give their life to Christ, but at the end of the day, when things go wrong, the devil is,
Some way.
The devil is the problem. And the heaven that we are trying so hard to go as Africans, there's no peace there. Because last time we checked, there was war there. What if there's war happening there right now? Which media house is going to tell us? Because once there was a war there, there can be war there again. That place is supposed to be the peaceful place, the most peaceful place that you can be and relax. But guess what? There was war there. So it's not a safe place to start with. Ghana is even a much more peaceful place. So you see, it is a crime against humanity to tell people that for them to enjoy life, they need to die. You come to tell me something that I need to die to confirm. You are telling me something that I need to die to confirm if it is true or not. We can't confirm that on earth. Let's move that aside. I was talking about how it has changed our identity. It has become opposition to our identity. Maame Grace, right now, one simple example. Look at our traditional wedding, for example, which we value so much. Do you know right now, because of religion, it is being devalued to the level where the traditional wedding is, let me call it traditional marriage. It's of no value to the Christian community. The Christianity come as an opposition to Africa. Anything African, they are against it. When you read in the Bible and Jacob or Abraham, whoever it is, and then they they slaughter a cow or whatever, a goat to the 12 stones, that is holy to the Lord. Go to your village, you need to cause fire. Our village, when you go to the village and you see that, it's demonic. But when you come to the Bible, it's holy. Same thing. But because this one is in the Bible and this one is happening at your doorstep. And the Christians are the most, let me say, insecure people. Yes. A traditionalist can come here, you are a Christian, and can hug you, can sit down there comfortably. The moment the traditionalists sit down beside a Christian, you see the Christians start speaking in tongues. They are always afraid of anything African. You see, it is a system that buys you. You become a Christian. They are not going to change my name from Kofi to Okechukwu in Nigeria. No, Michael. All the angels in heaven, they are having colonial names. They are English people. I don't know if the English, they have gone there to colonize the people. We are in Africa here, we have gold. Maame Grace, as we are here right now, they can test this ground and realize that there is gold here. We are already working on gold. But they came to tell us that there is gold in heaven and then...
Die. And yeah, gold when you can.
But that is gold and gold.
No. That one is different. It's because you are a backslided child.
Of course. You see, the thing is this. If the white man actually knew that there is gold in heaven, they will go there and colonize the place. Because your gold you have here, they don't even want you to have access to it. If you read the letter to the letter of King Leopold to the Congolese ministers in 1880 something thereabout, in the letter, the main goal of the missionaries is to make sure that Africans, they don't prioritize they don't value their resources so that they can come and take it. That was the end goal. So it has affected us in how we can best make something better out of our resources. We neglected it. They come for it. Our own is in heaven.
Is there God?
Okay, so what you call God, I will call nature. I don't know anybody called God.
Is there a creator?
You see, I believe when there is design, there should be a designer. I'm here. There should be an energy behind all these things that we see. Nobody knows that energy. Nobody can define that energy. The only way you can see that energy is to look at nature. Because they Christians, Muslim, everybody, they believe that God is life. Is that right? Okay, let's rely on God and cut all the trees on earth. The last man will go down with the last tree. What does it mean? The tree is responsible for your well-being. Cut all the trees.
So the tree is the supreme being.
The tree is the life. There's an energy, okay, that is responsible for all these things.
And where is that energy coming from?
Nobody can find. It is a mystery. Nobody can. You see, anybody that can tell you right now that they have seen God, and this is the nature of God. This is how God's voice is.
Are you not in Ghana?
I'm in Ghana.
People are going to heaven, seeing God and seeing all sort of things.
So this one answered the whole question.
That's what?
Take 10 pastors, put them here. Everybody, all of them went to the mountain and came back. Is that right? They met God. But their God is telling them different things. What does it mean? The energies are there. You go, you can find any energy at all. Even the Jesus in their Bible went to the mountain and they met a God. So every pastor can go to the mountain and meet anything at all and come back. And they always come back with Jesus. But when you take the Jesus that the Catholic Church pastor have gone to meet, it's different from the one that the Deeper Life Church have gone to meet. Even the people who have gone to heaven have those revelations about how heaven is. Even last time Duncan William went to heaven and they saw a white car. And you ask yourself, why is it that the car is not black? Because black, when you say black, it's like there's a problem. You have gone to somewhere in the city in hell. So it has to be white. It is a coding to devalue yourself. So take 10 people who have gone to heaven with all the revelations. You can bring them here. I'll come on the show. Let's ask them the question. Your heaven, how does it look like? Different. Your own, how does it look like? Different. Your Jesus, how does it look like? Different. Your Jesus, all of them differently, which means that the people are choked in deception. The energies are out there. You can go and catch up with any energy and come out and do anything. Because when you go to the shrine, they are healing people there. When you go to that church over there, they are healing people there. The Christians, they have to agree that they are not worshiping the same God. All of them. If they are actually worshiping the same God, we will not have 5-story building. The down one will be the down floor will be Pentecost. The second one will be Catholic. The third one will be ICGC, and all of them. If it is one God, come together and then worship the God. The only person that they are worshiping or they are fighting that is solidly one person, and they know that this one day we can come together and fight the person, is the devil. It never changes. But their God is different. What does it mean? They are confused.
But is the devil there?
Since the time I stopped being a Christian, I stopped fighting the devil. Then I realized that nobody in my family even have my time. We wake up at 12 o'clock and they're sending fire to the village. You come to the city. This one is a message to everybody. You come to the city from the village. And the moment you become a Christian, your problems are from the village. Meanwhile, these are the people who took care of you from childhood. You grew up, and then you are in the city. They are hoping that at least at the end of the month, you send something home. You are rather sending fire home and then sending the money to the pastor. Assuming their fire that they have been sending is actually working, the village will burn. There will be no home to go. It's not working. They are fooling themselves. So you see, it is a fundamental problem. The day people decide to think, even God, I said it from the beginning, God doesn't want Adam and Eve to be thinkers.
Are you a boy or a man? Are you a child or a grown-up? What are you?
I'm just a young man.
Young?
Yes. I'm a young man.
Be careful of your mouth.
It will put me in trouble, right?
Huh?
It will put me in trouble. My mouth will put me in trouble.
Are you aware of what you are saying?
Of course.
Ah, okay. If you are.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
If God, you see, I don't know if you have a child, but if, as a father, every father will agree with me, watching this right now, will agree with me that it is your responsibility to teach your child what is good and right. Your child needs to know what is good and what is right. At any stage, from childhood, we let them know that this one is bad. And God created full human beings and doesn't want them to know what is good and bad. What does that mean? And you ask the Christian, what was the crime of Adam and Eve? They did not commit any crime. They only know what is good and bad. So what bad have they committed? Nothing. They only know. The knowledge of knowing is the bad thing they have done. And they have to be sacked. So when you begin to ask, you become conscious in church, you need to be segregated. If not, you're going to pollute the rest of the people to leave the church. It's the same strategy. It started right there from the Bible. It is not something that is happening. No, it is a chart. The church is there to produce people who don't think. That is why the pastor, okay, is considered as a sheep. So, as a shepherd, okay, and the church members, the pastor rather is considered as a shepherd. The church members are considered as sheep. So, sheep doesn't think for themselves. It is the shepherd that thinks for them. Okay? So, the pastor it is even an insult to the community to be led, to be seen as an animal. It's like a relationship between animal and human being, because the shepherd is supposed to be what? Human being. And the sheep is supposed to be what? So anything the shepherd is going to say, you see them shouting, meh, meh, meh. I'm telling you the truth. So you see, it is if you go to your hometown, there's a way we say it in our town. We say, like, why are you behaving like some animal? That day, will be fight. The fight will go on. Will land in the chief's house. But that same person will go to church, and the pastor will say, "You are the sheep of the Lord." You say, "Man." The moment you enter church, it's like the engine is left outside. So if you are being insulted, you don't know. You are not aware that you are being insulted, but you come home and then your brother is telling you the same thing that the pastor told you. You become offended. So you see that when we enter there, because you are a sheep, everything you need to consume it. No, that is not how nature designed human being. The way when you take food and you are eating, you need to first of all, after putting the food in your mouth, you need to first of all digest it very well before it go into your tummy. That is the same system. When you are reading something here right now, for you to know whether this is making sense or not, the brain needs to digest it very well before it goes into your body and you accept it. If you are reading and then it's telling you that, no, this one, it's not clicking, you reject it because it will choke you. But realize the case, we are in this world, some people are telling us that after opening our physical eye to read something written with somebody's hand, we need to now switch off our physical brain and use spiritual brain to understand. Why don't we close our physical eye and use spiritual eye to read? No, it doesn't work like that. So we need to question everything. The difference between some of us and the people who are in the church is that there are a lot of people in church who have loads of questions in them. Loads of questions, but they don't want to ask because the moment you begin to ask, you'll be considered as a backslider. So we have decided to ask those questions on their behalf.
The biggest you are asked, did they send you?
I was part of that question myself.
Did they send you is the question, or you send yourself and you are, who sent you?
It is a must. We need to ask the question.
Hey! Is Maame Grace the cause of this?
No, you are not the cause of this.
Are you sure?
You are not the cause of this. It is a programming. We need to decode the whole thing. You understand? Because Africa, look at us. For how many years now? But there was a time, I always use China. Look at the Chinese. Does it mean they don't have religion?
These people were poor. These people are with zero language. They can't even communicate.
Of course.
These people can't even communicate.
Exactly.
Zero communication.
Exactly.
These people are now dominating. Hey, and the way they are doing it is serious. Oh.
Of course.
One will come here and open a barbering shop. One will come here and open a casino. After the casino, another will come and open barbering shop. Another will come and open supermarket. Just say, their money runs within them. Their money will not go anywhere. Now they are dominating. I heard they are trying to open the malls, like 1,000 or something in Ghana.
Exactly.
So now they will bring it in a wholesale whatever. So you, the Ghanaian that is going there to purchase retailing, how are you going to sell it?
Just imagine.
A time will come, our children that sell toothpick and all that in traffic, nobody will buy it. Because now when you enter the mall, the people there, ade a wo to ade wo ho udi na ho na ebu nso eno an obi abeto ye wo problem.
Of course.
Ye wo problem na fear no.
In China there is religion as well, but you see the Chinese religion is blend with their culture.
No, they tell them to believe in themselves, their abilities, their hands and all that.
They are not waiting for any white man in Jalabia. We Africans, we have waited for long. The Christians should be fair and understand that the money is not coming.
They also practice a lot of things, Tai Chi and they have something they call local gods. They do a lot of things.
But they always agree with reality. We have disagreed with reality. We Africans.
Me, I'm not for you. You are here saying that people are saying meh.
Of course.
Are you for real?
Oh, but that is it.
Is your mother not in church?
You are the sheep of the law.
Is your mother a sheep meh?
My mother or my father is not immune to the truth. When the truth comes on board, you must receive it.
Is he meh? Right now.
That is the fact. Because
I'm asking you.
They are the sheep of the law.
So your father too is meh?
My father is already dead. But if my father is supposed to be alive,
what about your mother?
Also dead.
But they were meh type.
They were meh type. Even including me, I was meh. Yes, because we are told that we are the sheep of the law. So a sheep is not a human being. Definitely. So you don't question anything. And you see, Christianity is the only religion that came to insult us Africans, and we accepted it. Before I go to the insult that women receive and the embarrassing aspect of it, let me talk about the Church of Latter-day Saints. We give room to these people to come here. You know those white people who are using bicycle roaming around? The fundamental or the basis of their religion is that when there was war in heaven, there were human beings there, okay? So there are some human beings that sided with the devil and some side with God. So after the war, God defeated the one that side with the devil and his demons and sucked them to the earth, and they resulted into black skin. I'm telling you.
Did they tell them this day?
Of course, that is the doctrine.
Were you there?
I was a Christian. You can research. It's there. And we are in this country, or we are in Africa, we provide room for people to come and teach our children these things, that their skin color is a result of a curse from heaven.
So I think a pastor has said this on the platform before.
Exactly. Then the white people are coming to redeem us through the message of salvation. That is not a problem. That is the message to all of us, no gender, exclusive. You know how women suffer when they are coming to give birth? After taking pregnancy, showing the whole world that, I slept with a man for 9 months, with all the brouhaha, all the pain, everything that goes through. The woman, 9 months, will go to the hospital. And at that very moment, the woman doesn't know who is Kojo here, who is Kofi here, who is in front of her. She has to naked herself, disgrace herself before her colleagues, so that one life can come out. After that, they will be turning you like Salma on fire until you grow up. Then you grow up, you met a pastor, and the pastor is telling you that you need to be born again. If that is not an insult to our women, it's a solid insult to our women. The stress that your parents will go through, and You see, if I look at you when I say, Mami Grace, them no born you well, you will be angry. Oh. But when the pastor is telling you that, oh, you need to be born again, you say, yeah, it makes sense. It's telling what happened to your first birth. What happened to all that your parents have gone through? So you are telling me that all those things are in vain or what? Don't tell me it is the spiritual aspect. No. Once we come to this life, we have a responsibility to ourselves and to our parents. So you come and then insult the dignity, the pride of our women, and we accepted it. No, it is difficult for you to realize that it is actually an insult. I'm telling you. Another insult. After your parent going through hell, taking care of you, growing up, every month, you start working. Then, you see, our parents, they are entitled to that. Some people will disagree. They need to eat the fruit of their labor. After you are working now, okay, after meeting a pastor, you will remember, we have people in this country or in this world that remember that every month, they need to send this amount of money, 10% of their earning, hard-earned money, to their pastor. Their parents are hungry. The washroom of some people, their pastor, through their tithes, the collection of their tithe to their pastor, the washroom of their pastor is more beautiful than the bedroom of their parents. I'm telling you. It is a sad something. It is a sad situation. So the people who have not done, and the pastors are so smart. They come on board and tell you that your parents are this and this and this and this, and then they demonize them. Then instead of you to send the money to them, you send the money to the pastor and you send fire to them. They deserve fire, Holy Ghost. It is a sad thing. So we have been insulted on many occasions. Before the colonial masters came, we were not religious people. We were spiritual people. You know the kind of people they came to meet here? They came to meet people where these are people who can set fire. They want to play. And they will jump on the fire and be roaming around. Jumping. What are they doing? Oh, it's just a cultural play. These are people who blend with nature. These are people who take knife and they be cutting themselves and there is no cutting. They came here and met people that you cannot sleep with the wife of another man. You do that at your own risk. It will lock in. They came to see people that can open their door and sleep in their room. You dare not enter that room to steal anything. Christianity came to shield evil. Because today the pastors are sleeping with people's wives.
Say some.
Some pastors, okay, I withdraw that. Some pastors are sleeping with people and they are going scot-free. Touch not the anointed one.
So what power was our ancestors using, cutting and jumping fire?
It is not a power. It is just they are only connected to the energy that results into their being. That is it. The way you breathe.
No bosom.
It is not bosom.
So what do you have to say about bosom sem too?
Let me tell you. If you are here right now and on this show, you just vanish. I have to run. Everybody here, I'll be the person at the... they can't run more than me. Even if I don't have the strength, it will come by force. Why? Because you have this skin. If the white man disappear here, this is magic, man. We need to go camera, do it again, let's see. You understand? Let the white man stand on the stage and use this and then something will come out of it. Maybe some bird will come out of it. The whole world, including Africans. But let that happen. And the person should happen to be a black person. Juju. They will crucify you. The people in the town will even burn you. Because maybe you might be the problem of the community. So we have demonized ourselves. The same thing we call evil here. When the white skin does it, it is holy. It is a sad thing. So it is a war that is being set between us and ourselves.
Why is it so? Why is it so that everything they do is good, everything you do is bad?
Because when you read the Bible, all the name of the angels are Europeans. They are white people. Michael. Have you ever heard any angel's name? Okechukwu. Obiola. Kojo. Kweshi. Ao. Michael. Gabriel. Name them. All the angels.
You know only two names.
All the angels, and including the people who are in the Bible were good people.
You know only the two names, including
Peter, James. All of them, you don't hear any name of Okechukwu or whoever it is, African. No. And the gospel always comes from the white man. The black people, we are always here, and they are bringing the message to us. We don't have a message. Church of Latter-day Saints, who brought the message? Is a white man. Anglican Church, who brought the message? Is a white man. Catholic Church, who brought the message? Is a white man. The Christianity as a whole, who brought it? Is a white man. What were we practicing here before they came?
What were we practicing?
We were spiritual people. We were not practicing anything. We were just spiritual people. We were just people like connected with nature. That you see, we are original human beings. We are compatible with the sun. I can stand on the sun and it will heat me for a long time. It will make my skin glow. The white man will have skin cancer. The white man will result into skin cancer. Something else will happen to the white man. We are connected with nature. The black man can go and live in any part of the world. The environment is okay. We are compatible with nature.
So Nikrakran is saying the effect of religion and politics in Africa.
Yeah.
So putting everything together, what is the message? What are the structures? What can we change?
Yeah, what we need to change is that we need to emancipate ourselves. Everybody should, begin to ask questions. The pastors should give room for people to ask them questions, and they will realize that they are wrong. We need to begin to ask questions. You see, when you stop people, right now there's a growing generation of people who are asking questions. This particular Gen Z generation, that is how it starts. In some places, right now, when people, these days, when they are calling for appeal, for fun and all that, who have 1,000 series, people are not coming out because people are coming to the realization that no, we have been fooled for long. The only difference is that it has become a culture and then they are just in it, but people are awake. And this awakening is going to continue through education, educating our people. We need to educate our people for them to understand that no, we have been trapped into a system that we need to come out from. We need to begin to use your brain. Because in the Bible, when you become a Christian, you can't think beyond the Bible. No, you can't do that. When you do that, it's like you are out of order. So anything outside the Bible does not concern you. You must remain there. So it is high time we Africans need to look at the rest of the world, how they are playing around, and look at ourselves and ask some certain questions. If Jesus is actually coming, or the world is about to actually end, why the Chinese have 2060, they have planned up to 2060? Why is it that the white man, the European have about 50 years plan and they are charting it? We in Africa, we are only waiting that maybe tomorrow Jesus will come.
God's time is the best.
And the government.
My brother.
And the government. This is where the government God's time is not the best. Let me correct that before we move forward. The Bible said, one day with God is like 1,000 years. If you are waiting for God, you are going to grow old. Your teeth will grow on your head. Yes. Your time is here. It's ticking right now. So if you are saying God's time is the best, then
human beings' teeth will grow on the head.
I tell you, because you wait tired. Something that has never happened before, it will happen to you. So God's time is the best. It's not God's time, one day that you have, how many 24 hours that you have, it's 1,000 years with him. So if you are waiting for God, you go tired. You understand? The youth, this one is for the youth.
Also the political side.
The political aspect. The day you realize that it is not the people from your village that is the reason why you don't have job, you will rise up against the government. You will begin to question the government. They say you should exercise your rights and protest for the government to create job, build factories, you will come out. But right now they will not come out. Do you know what is going to happen? Let there be a church rally. Thousands of youth are there. What are they doing? You are looking for financial stability. God is not responsible for that. The Christian God is not responsible for riches and financial stability. Because we have people who don't worship God. They are financially stable. We have people who are Christian. They are financially stable. We have also people who are Christian. Prayer warriors in church are the most, when you look at them, they are tired. They are the tired men in the church. The most prayer warrior. They are always sweating. Their shoes, they are the people who get tired the most. in life. We have Muslims who some of the community, they are doing well, some of the community. So life is how you make it. And it depends where you are. Why is it that when people move from Ghana and they go abroad? Last time we were here, somebody was teasing us with Dutch passport. What happened with the PhD in Ghana? The PhD in Ghana, when you are holding it, how much are you going to earn monthly? We have people in this country, when they are earning about 1,000 cedis, let them go out there. They are going to earn more than that. The government structure it so that you know, once you are working, you have your set out of it. But in Africa, the means for you to be financially stable is being taken away from you by your government. And you are in church blaming the devil. This needs to change. And it starts with all of us.
Now we have a new president. Is anything going to change?
When you look at MPP, NDC, they are same meat in different soup. All right? The taste of the soup will be different, but the meat is the same. Okay? The result or the outcome of our election, it should be a message to the NDC as well. People of Ghana did not vote them because they are the best. No. It's just that we are trying to tell them that, look, we have power to change you and bring you. So they should learn from it and do something better this time. Because from my side, I'm not seeing anything new. We are going to see the same thing going on in different versions. Because I don't see the reason why we are in a country where people with PhD will sit down in parliament and approve less than $2 to be paid as daily wages for their citizens. It doesn't make any sense. We have a constitution who allow the politicians to come on board, loot the nation, and go scot-free, but pave way for the citizens to go to jail.
You don't have evidence, so disclaimer. Me, I'm not here. You don't have evidence.
Of course. You see, these people still according to the law. You understand?
Do you have evidence?
The evidence is everywhere.
Okay. Advice. What structures do you have? 5 things you will change to bring change to the country. If you've been called right now, what are your strategies?
Number 1 is that the constitution needs to be changed. Number 2, we need to have our own system of governance. The system of governance that we have here is not favorable. It's a Western system that is being imposed on us. Number 2, we need to redefine democracy on number 3, yeah? We need to redefine democracy on our own way. That will be favorable to us. The Chinese, when they were practicing democracy and it was not working, now they switch and then it's working for them. When you go to UK, they are not practicing the one that the United States is practicing. So all these things, we need to design our own form of democracy and governance. And one thing also, we need to make sure that we stop importing food because we have the land here. I don't understand the reason why we have fertile land. When you are going to your village, the lands are there. But we are importing tomatoes. We are importing rice.
How many size of farm have you done?
No.
Continue.
Yes. I know where you are coming from. See, not everybody will be a farmer.
Who are the farmers?
No, I'm saying.
What mark are they having on their forehead?
No, I'm trying to say something. Not everybody in this world will be a farmer. Who are going to be the carpenters?
So the farmers are not here in Ghana. That's why we are not farming. Simple.
No.
That's what you think.
It is the education system. When you are being taught that reading is a form of punishment in school, will you grow up and try to farm?
Continue.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
5 structures.
All right, so that is number 4. We need to stop importing things, try our best to industrialize ourselves, building factories instead of churches. And we need to change the curriculum. What they are teaching the children in school is rubbish. Complete rubbish. I'm telling you. Our education system is to train us to help the white man to loot our resources. That's all.
Your last words and your social media handles.
Okay, so I thank you so much for having me here. It's an honor. And the name is Official Survivor. The Survivor is N with ER on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the platforms. It's just Official Survivor. And you know, we need to continue to ask questions. It is very necessary. That is one thing. The moment you try to find out, then you'll be able to find out. But if you lock yourself in the state of not finding out, you remain not finding out. All right. So a shout out to all the viewers and everybody who follow official survivor. Respect.
Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
I didn't ask him any questions because right now, anybody that will come here and talk about Christianity, I won't ask questions. When they go, it is me they will insult that I ordain all these people. If you think me, I'm a problem, I am old. My time is almost, you see what is coming? You are a pastor. You feel I'm a problem. This is coming. The army. Me, I'm the old commander, the youth, the young army. They are coming, the frequency, the vibrations, you know, more than no. The Jamano, yes, shit. Just sit up, restructure the preaching, use it, and change people's life and let people find food to eat. Mofa sorry ni sika na mudi egu bank ni na si dan. No be a 1 month sika untia 1 month no ntumi da dan na mu ntwa 2 years rent nim. Amumo obi adwuma obenya aduane edi 2 times a day. Mu sisi food court, free food court. Mu ji sika na 1 day in a month. Mu fa no abenku no ohie ni bia nwoke ho. No be di bia mo se mo nye. Nyame kani na lawu. Now you hate me. You see these young ones are coming. I am old. The word to a wise is enough. Maybe I'm loving Papa Otabo small of late. He said, if you feel when you touch me, you are blessed. Why do you feel so? I touch myself always and I'm not blessed from the man's own mouth. What are you sitting there for? Hey, Makramo.